Loro piana. Massimo tutti.
Brands that usually sound too expensive are too expensive. But whenever you want to dress like you have those expensive brands, how do you find those on a budget? Well, that's what I'm here to show you today. Today's video is all about dressing old money on a budget, and I promise you it is possible. I have watched countless videos where they have been no help as to how to dress old money on a budget. But today I have curated a giant list of all the essentials you need to dress old money on a budget. Now, before we even start, I just want to preface by saying there's 4 things that make old money what it is. The first one is the quality of the fabrics. Old money is all about quality instead of the big flashy logos. So you want to be investing more of your money into those quality fabrics like wool, cashmere, alpaca, those things, and less of paying for the logo like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, brands such as that. Now, the second thing about old money is, like I mentioned, you don't want to have any logos. Logos actually increase the value of the product and usually decrease the quality of the product. So we just want to stay away from logos because they're also big and flashy, and that's a big no-no. Now, the third thing about old money is that you want to always stick to the neutral color palette. Right here's the neutral color palette. You can screenshot it if you want, but usually you want to stick to these colors unless you're incorporating some kind of not as bold color into this palette. Now, the fourth and honestly one of the most essential things about this aesthetic is that you want your clothes to fit you perfectly. Now, since we are on a budget here, I don't exactly believe that we're going to be tailoring any clothes here, but what I do recommend is just going out to a store and trying on some pants. Find out which pants fit you. Straight fit, slim fit, athletic fit, whichever size pants fit you, perfect. Find out what shoe size fits you perfectly, and then find out what shirt size fits you perfectly. Then I recommend going to a suit shop, getting your measurements for all of that stuff, and find out what size of suit fits you ideally. Now, once you have all those measurements, you should be good to find pieces that will fit you absolutely perfectly and shape your body to look as elegant as possible. Now, with the essentials out of the way, I'll jump straight into the budget items. So the first budget item that I have up today is suits. You definitely need a suit for the old money aesthetic, and you don't need to honestly break the bank to get a suit. Now, there is some better quality suits that you can get from Suit Supply. I will have Suit Supply linked below, but where I prefer to get my quality budget suits from is honestly from Poshmark, right? If you just search up good brands like Zegna and Loro Piana, you can find quality fabrics. You can even find the real brand on there for affordable prices. I actually have a suit that I bought a few weeks ago that was only 40 bucks, and it's made out of cashmere, and it is absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend Poshmark for finding your suits. No guarantees that it's going to be the greatest thing ever, but you can always return your items if they aren't as detailed. Now, the links to all of the items that I mentioned today are going to be down below in the comments. I also recommend that you check out Poshmark. They're amazing for finding good quality stuff for cheap. I also recommend checking out my affiliate links down there. And with all that being said, the next jacket I have up is the Harrington jacket. Now, some people like to call this a windbreaker, but I like to call it the Harrington because it sounds more fancy. Now, the Harrington jacket has a collar on it, which makes it perfect for this aesthetic. We want to be going for all of the collars here on every article of clothing. Not every, but most of the articles of clothing here. And it is perfect for this aesthetic. I have one off Poshmark in navy, and I have the one off Amazon in light gray. They're amazing jackets, especially for when it's windy outside. The next jacket we have up is the bomber jacket. Now, this jacket will not fit into everybody's aesthetic, but depending on who you are and how you dress and how your body is, the bomber jacket could be the perfect fit for you. I recommend before you buy a bomber jacket though, just go in store, try one on, see if it looks good on you or not. But obviously, for these jackets, we're looking for no logos. We're not looking for a varsity jacket here. Now, the next item we have is the overcoat. Now, this is honestly my favorite item out of the whole aesthetic. I have a navy overcoat, and it is absolutely amazing. It's actually the one linked down below. Absolutely amazing. I just love having a giant coat over me for some reason, but it amplifies every single outfit that you could possibly have. I just love the overcoat, and it's definitely a must-have for this aesthetic. Now, the next item is highly controversial because it can either make you look like a walking trash bag or literal elegance. Now, the only reason it could make you look like a literal trash bag is because you found the wrong one. The one I have linked down below is going to make you look as elegant as possible. These are perfect puffer vests here, and it's really perfect to pair these with a sweater polo or a turtleneck. These are just amazing must-haves for the winter. Now, the last jacket I have here on this list is just a simple overshirt. Now, the one I have linked below is in navy, but I do recommend that you get a navy and a beige overshirt. Those are going to be really two big colors for this aesthetic, especially navy, black, beige. Those are all essentials here. Now, next we're going to be moving on to sweaters, and like I previously mentioned before, sweater polos. So sweater polos are absolutely amazing, and I actually have two of them linked below. One of them is not textured. I recommend you go for those not textured first. Once you have some good colors in the not textured sweater polos, I also have a textured one linked down below that is absolutely amazing. Sweater polos, absolute must. Now, I also have linked down below a good quarter zip. It is textured. You can look for some non-textured quarter zips. You know, either one works. They both look very, very elegant. But like I said, link below. And I also have down there a turtleneck. Now, I cannot stress to you enough how elegant a turtleneck can be. Turtlenecks are so amazing, and depending on who you are, you may love it, you may hate it, but I think it's an essential. I think it makes men look so much better. It definitely elevates your fashion game so much. Now, moving on to dress shirts, I do have one link below that is 100% cotton. I recommend this dress shirt. They have tons of different colors. You really don't need anything big and flashy for a dress shirt. It's just a dress shirt. You know, I recommend you get white, navy, black. That's really all the colors you need for dress shirts here. Now for summer, the cheat code is linen, linen, linen. I cannot stress to you how much linen is used in this aesthetic during the summer. Link down below, I do have a linen shirt and some linen pants, but they will elevate your outfits in the summer, whether they're long sleeve or short sleeve linen shirts. It does not matter. But not only the ones I have linked down below, but I know Zara also has some new, nicer, trendy linen looking shirts. They are pretty nice, but they do come at a steeper price point than what I do have listed down below. Now, polos. Polos are another absolute essential for the summer, and I have a polo shirt linked down below. But if you want to look around, there are textured polos out there. There are short sleeve sweater polos. There's so many different options for polos, but I just like to stick to the basic colors. I don't like to mix it up too much with these. Now, for just basic shirts, we don't really want to have any graphic logos here. So what I have linked down below is actually the shirts that I wear no matter what. They're amazing shirts from H&M. It's crazy how not everybody has stumbled upon these, but they feel good, they look good, they're absolutely amazing. Just find your right size in these, and I guarantee you, a nice shirt with some nice pants is gonna make you look so good. Now moving on to pants here. The first type of pants that I want to cover is chinos. Chinos are great for casual wear, and the ones I have linked down below, absolutely amazing. I wear the light gray almost every day. I love them. I love how they feel. Absolutely amazing pants. Now, for dress pants, there's actually two different types of dress pants I recommend for this aesthetic. The first one is your typical dress pant. You know, you're probably all familiar with it. But the second one is actually a high-waisted pleated pant to give you more of that Italian look. I do have one linked below, and it is reasonably priced. Now, moving on to something that is very, very simple, shoes. Now, the first two shoes that I'm going to show you are just classic leather shoes in a white and a black color. Pretty simple. These are for casual wear, and they are honestly amazing. Shoes is somewhere that with people who do have actual old money, they do prefer to get more quality brands like Loro Piana. I know even some people opt for getting the fancier Nike shoes, right? But link down below, I do have a pretty good Loro Piana Summer Walk alternative. I do own this in both gray and in beige. They're great shoes. The only difference between them and the Loro Piana shoes is obviously they don't have the Loro Piana labels. And second, they do not have the rubber soles, which in my opinion is honestly a big plus here. Now, as we start wrapping it up, I'm going to start getting into the things that you want to be spending a little bit more money on. Now, that is quite simply just watches. Now, the old money aesthetic usually consists of people wearing $50,000 watches. You know, we can't afford that, right? So I do have linked down below 3 watches that I absolutely love. And the last one is honestly my favorite watch that I have in my collection. So the first one is actually a Seiko watch. It sort of looks like one of the Rolexes. They have many different options for the dial, and this one comes in at only about $140. Now the second one I have is very similar, but it also has the day and the date, you know, like the date, but it's also an amazing watch. I do recommend you get automatic watches instead of quartz, but this last watch is totally an exception. It looks almost exactly similar to the Cartier tank, and it is the Seiko tank. That's what people call it, and it's actually only $125. I love this watch. It is simply so elegant, and it is perfect for this aesthetic. If you're going to get any watch that I've showed you, this one is the one that I personally recommend. Now, for colognes, I really do only have one option linked down below, and that's because it's very subjective to what you like. You want to find a cologne that you like and not one that you feel like is going to please everybody else. So the one I have linked down below is great for winter. It's Zara Sand Desert at Sunset. It's pretty reasonably priced, and it smells absolutely heavenly once you let it dry down. I really recommend for colognes, you go in store and you try some of them out. You find the ones that fit you best for summer and winter. With that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and stay tuned for more. I'll be releasing another budget episode very, very soon with some better quality items. Promise y'all. All right, peace out. Y'all have a good one.